Title of this video is Cult of Personality. Today is October 26, 2024, and we've got the 2024 election coming up next week, or about a week. And therefore, we've got a lot of things going on, and most of it's under automatic, like autopilot right now. And everybody believes that if they just somehow vote for the right person, they're going to get what they want, or things are going to work out to our advantage, which is incorrect either way we look at it. What we have, for simplicity's sake, is we have a division of people that have gotten themselves within our government and big business. They've wormed their way in, and they populated our government and big business in the correct placement so that they can control what happens. It's happening all over the world. It's not just our government. So these people are placed all over the world. And their first agenda is to destroy the United States from within. Now, we see it happening on a daily basis with everything going on. And we're watching this slow, steady train wreck as it just keeps moving on. And the accident doesn't get any better. There are times like this election that give you something that they enjoy allowing you to have, which is hope. And that hope is going to make you believe, or give you the opportunity to believe that, yeah, we do have an opportunity here for things to get better. And we're going to put all of our faith in somebody, even though you might not have any faith in them. But you're going to put it in them anyways because you feel that is your only opportunity. That's your only option in order for us to move forward. Nobody wants to do anything about it. And most people wouldn't even know where to start. The only place we're going to be able to start is at home with ourselves. But we've already went over a lot of this before. But where we're at is we're back into this hopeful, praying and everything else. None of that's going to work. None of that has ever worked. And by putting our faith in other people is only going to set us down that same dead-end path. One, if you look at both of them side by side, yeah, one's going to be much better for what we want. But overall, they're working for the same team. So that's what nobody wants to see. Nobody wants to see that both sides are on the same side. But both sides aren't on our side. That's the thing. We've got a division or a group that has infiltrated our government, big business, worldwide. They all work in unison. Their job is to dismantle our freedoms, our individuality, and anything that we enjoy. They want to destroy it. They want everything for themselves, and they will stop at nothing to get what they want to, where they want to go. This is the finite, simple point of what's going on. This is as simple as I can put it. I'm not talking about anybody outside of this physical world right now. Right now, what's happening is in this physical world and is affecting us directly. And this election is going to show us a faster track and a little bit of a slower track. But even if, let's say this was going to be what you'd hope and expect for 4 years, then what would happen after 4 more years? See, there's no long-term anything. What you're going to do is with one person, you're going to buy a little bit of a longer term and a little bit of a better, but you're going to end up in the same spot versus the other person. One's a little faster track, but they're all going in the same direction. They're going down the same road, but they're just taking you there at a different pace. No one but you is going to do anything about this. Most people won't do anything about it. I sit back and I see what's going on. I've seen it for a long time. What I've tried to do is try to make the information available for people so that they can see for themselves. It's not my job to do things for you. It's my job to hopefully make things available so that you can open your mind and see it for yourself. I'm not here to convince you of anything. That's not what I do. But what I see from my end, from my perspective, looks completely terrible. Because most people, even those who say they're awake, are still immersed within this system of twisted mental gymnastics. And I understand why it happens. I completely understand. Because what it is, it's an illusional state. And that illusional state is very strong. It pulls you in, and because you have been programmed your whole life to accept this, you're like an alcoholic that keeps going back to the alcohol, or the drug addict that keeps going back to the drug. You're going to keep returning to it because you're familiar with it. You feel comfortable with it and you feel secure with it. You want to stay within your safe space. That's why people do this. You're in your comfort zone. Well, your comfort zone isn't going to get you out of what we're doing, what we're at right now. And even something as simple as if, say, a law changed tomorrow and you weren't going to fall in line with it. Are you going to bend over backwards and give away all your money just so you can fall within the realms of that law? Or are you going to stand up and say, fuck you, I am not doing this shit. Here's my line. This is what you have to decide, because it's going to come down to that sort of thing. Because you can keep giving and giving until there's no more to give, and then they're still going to keep wanting you to give more and more. It's not going to end. This doesn't end good. It ends extremely bad. Probably beyond what most people would think would be bad. Those that we are dealing with don't give a fuck. They don't care about anything but what their plan is and what they want to get done or need to get done. Anything or anybody in their way is cannon fodder. They don't care. They're not going to sit down with you, and they're not going to come to a conclusion or an agreement. That doesn't happen. This isn't about talking or dealing with people. These people are not the type of people that sit and talk or negotiate. They don't negotiate. So the situation we are in is very dire. So no matter what happens, you need to know what you're going to do. And it's not about, I'm running over here, I'm going to run here, I'm going to go out in the forest and hide. There's nowhere you can hide. You can't hide from drones. You can't hide from sensors. You can't hide from bots. The world will be completely covered in Starlink and different satellites. There's nowhere you're going to be able to go. You can go underground, but that won't last either. Running and hiding is not the answer. If you want to live a life of running and hiding, don't think that'll last very long, even from your viewpoint. But the reality is, if you can't see now, some of you will see more in the next few weeks or the next few months. But just consider this a warning that nobody can be trusted when it comes down to representatives or corporations or anything. They're poisoning our food. They've been poisoning our water. They poison our health. I mean, if there's somebody out there poisoning you, the last thing you want to do is let your kids around them or your family or anything else. Yet, we allow them to represent us and represent all of the food and all of the water and all of the everything else. So this is just a stark reminder of what we have coming. It's time for people to decide what they're going to do. Because the time for contemplation is over.